frantic voice, open wide the closing door. Fully forward, heart in flight, no turning back, just pure ascent.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Fully Forward podcast. We are always talking about moving forward, not being stuck. How do you move forward and moving the needle? And today I'm super excited because I have the man, the myth, the legend, Pastor Jonathan DeCure in the building.
How do we get him? How do we get him?
Look, it took some pulling of teeth. No, he has such a busy schedule that it did take us a while. But super excited that you're here with us today, Pastor John.
Glad to be here.
Thank you, because we are literally, I talked to you a few months ago about Fully Forward and what that means and what we're doing here. And all I could think was we needed to get you here because your purpose is a solution is how a lot of people will catapult forward and be able to move forward and continue in that momentum. So super excited to talk to you about that today. And I'm going to pass it over to my co-host, Nino.
Well, you see I got my shirt.
Bang, bang.
Ready.
Listen. Bang, bang is the right one. I'm going to get you there. 49er ring. Okay, so I'm excited about this. So, listen, a lot of us are, we're wandering aimlessly through life right now without a blueprint.
Yeah.
And your book, Your Purpose is the Solution, says your purpose isn't some mystery you're chasing.
Yeah.
It's the actual solution to a problem someone is willing to pay for or follow. Let's get into this book. Tell us more about that particular thing.
It's funny. I ask a question every single time I sit with a group of people. I ask people, this is my main question. Has anybody ever had a virus that needed an antibiotic? And everybody raises their hand.
Absolutely.
And then I asked them, do you know who this person is? And I say the name, right? And literally nobody knows the name, but everybody benefited from the solution of what he produced.
Yeah, because
right?
otherwise you'd be dead.
Yeah. So literally, this is my belief, is that when you process Genesis, and I'm gonna get too deep, but when you process Genesis chapter 1, you go Genesis chapter 1 where there's this whole thing that happens in the garden, and after it happens, you have the issue of problems. So let's just look at it very basic. When God tells the serpent, he goes, hey, he's going to bruise your head, or you're going to bruise his heel. From that day forward, God then changed, or let's say it this way, God now maneuvered his process to where every single person that comes into the world is to assist in solving that problem. Jesus himself now was born to come and solve that issue. And that means every single person after him is now born to solve an issue that came as a result of the garden.
That's deep.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, so that's the way I see it. So whether a person goes, well, and I always say this too, is like most people reduce purpose to what they do with their hands. Purpose is, yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Purpose is not what you do with your hands. It's the essence of who you are.
Okay.
So
because it's inspiration, imagination, vision, all of that, which you talk about in this book.
100%.
And I mean, really break it down so that we can understand.
Yeah, like so if you take, so for example, if I were to say, we were just talking about, I'm not gonna say what she called you because it's inappropriate, but but when you was like, you built this, you built that, you built this, right? So what will happen is a person, but you also worked in the tech space, but then you also are a gardener, but then you also are, so like if I say, well, Tony is a gardener, that's a limitation.
Right.
If I say Tony is in tech, that's a limitation because you also pray, right? But if I say, when Tony enters the room or when Tony comes to the space, the Lord has given her something where she can actually do anything that has to do with creativity. So then the purpose is creativity.
I love that. Because it gets to...
You follow me?
Yeah.
That mindset.
Which I never, if he would ask me, like, what's your purpose? I'd have been like, I don't know.
I would cry because I don't know.
Me too. Right. But for him to just break it down like that because of all the stuff, and I'll tell you this, I tell people all the time, I don't think there's anything I can't do.
Yeah.
Like I could probably do brain surgery.
Yeah.
If I sat with somebody and they were like, do this, do that, I know I could. Because you guys see, right? Like I work with my hands. I'm gifted in my hands. I love it. But I would not have thought to link it to creativity. But that's exactly what it is.
Isn't it crazy? Because the thing is that if you link it to creativity as purpose, then I can put vision to it. Wow. Vision then is the blueprint to how my creativity comes into play. So it can show up in. So this is the thing. My purpose will never change, but my vision is always fluid.
Yeah, because we have ebbs and flows and go through life and do different things.
So like I'm gonna always be a visionary. I can go into any situation and I can tell you, okay, this is how we're gonna get there.
So
That's
the
what I meant to
framework,
say.
right?
The man, the visionary, the legend.
That's like getting the framework done.
100%.
My next question was like the purpose as a product. So it's like I'm asking, can you break down the framework to the audience, or how to get to the solution mindset? How do you find that purpose to get to that framework so that you can do the work? Because I think that I'm in a space where I'm like, okay, Lord, I'm much like Tony, and I can do a lot of stuff. There's probably nothing you can put in front of me that I can't figure out. Or if I'm just doing it randomly, then when I find out the proper way to do it, I was already doing it right. Like, oh, I was doing that already. But I'm that person too. Is like, okay, what is my purpose? And I will ask God all the time, like, God, I can do this and that, but what my purpose? Like, what is it?
But I know this is for later, and I'm jumping the gun because I know I'm supposed to like do a live thing with y'all. But like something you did earlier, right?
Okay.
Now this is one of my superpowers, if you will, as a visionary. Everything in the room slows down for like I've never said this live actually. This is my first time saying it. Everything slows down for me.
Okay.
Right. So when I'm looking at something, so you got up and literally for me you were moving this slow.
Oh wow. Oh,
right.
You took off your
When you were like, Tony, there's something on your eye, right? And you're moving that slow. When you did that, right? Without me getting spooky for the audience, I looked and I said, my brain said, that's interesting. Also, too, I knew that you weren't conscious of it.
No.
But you're a glam girl.
I am.
Now, this is the thing. If you ignore that, then you will miss that the essence of you is to make sure that you produce a beauty in people.
And that's what I do.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's not just you do hair, because that's a limitation, right?
But I'm a realtor.
Like there's not, like everything you do. I bet you if you walked into a house, you would go, it'd be nice if you should put this color here.
I do that.
Right?
I do it all the time.
But you know what? This just came to me, Pastor John. God is the ultimate. He is the creator.
100%.
Right? And so he's past that.
Yes.
We talk about passing mantles and gifts and all of this. And so the fact that you're real creative, I'm creative. He's a visionary. And it's crazy when I wrote the card and put the man, the myth, I kept saying this morning, I don't need to put myth. I need to put the man, the visionary, the legend, right? Because he is a visionary. But in our creativity, when I say there's nothing I can't do, I really believe that. Who knows what gifts are in me other than God, right? And who knows when I'm just like moving fully forward, he's going to be like, okay, I'm going to have you do this. Now I'm going to have you do this. And that's bananas.
Have you seen that? Have you seen those IGs where the girl comes up and when she comes up, it's like blank face, not that hair crazy. And then she put her hands on it and then when she moves it, boom, right?
Yeah.
Like if you think of yourself is that you create identity.
Okay.
Right. And so if you process it from that angle, I could put you anywhere that's creating identity and you'll automatically do it. If I say, here's a group of people, this is what they do. I want them to do 1, 2, 3. You'll be like, well, it won't be something that you have to overly think about because I'm tapping into the conversation you had with God before you got here.
That's awesome.
And you know what's crazy to me with that, Pastor John, is like we went out back. You guys saw the deck I built, Praise Hearth, all this stuff, right? In sixth grade, this is how the devil works. He'll try to get you early. In sixth grade, I stopped doing any kind of art, anything creative, because we had to draw on the floor. We had a globe, and everybody had to do a certain part, and I was assigned one of the oceans, right? So before recess, I'm doing it like this. Well, we go out to recess, we come back, my arm is tired, so I start doing it the opposite way. So in sixth grade, they ridiculed me, they talked about me, and they were like, look at it, it's a mess, and da-da-da. And instantly I stopped. Anything creative. You know, back then we used to take like home ec in class, and so I was like, I'm not doing that. But I have a sewing machine and a serger and can sew anything almost. And so the creativity is here because that's where God gave it to me, regardless of how the enemy tried to stop it. And now, yeah, I'll build something, I'll do whatever, because inherently it's just in me, regardless of, you know, from the outside what tried to stop it.
Yeah.
That's something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can appreciate that.
I'm sorry I didn't derail the whole.
We're good. We're good.
No, you're good. And then we have a second question, of course. That was good. I'm just like, my mind is
Mine
going
too.
right now.
I'm like, wait a
okay,
minute.
Lord, I appreciate that so much because I'll be lost. Okay, so can you explain the fifth session? I know that's on my shirt too.
Yeah, no, 100%. Session 5, right? So you asked me a question that I didn't answer, and I want to make sure I answered. You said what is the flow to basically how does a person discover? What's the framework to discovering? It goes God or inspiration first.
Okay.
After you are inspired, then you go to capacity.
Just the continuum, right?
Yes, the vision continuum. After the capacity, you deal with your perspective
Yes.
or perception.
Yes.
After perception, then you have
Write this down.
then you have accountability.
Accountability.
Account-
Right.
That's right.
So that's the way, and the reason why I say continuum is because it constantly it just loops over and over again.
Goes around and around.
It just keeps going, right? It never stops. I'm in that same process right now for different things at different times because, like I said, purpose is landing. The vision is constantly fluid. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
In terms of the session 5, in conjunction with that, what I tell people is that the hard part about life is that you can become very good at something and your purpose can be expressed. But if you don't have these 5 areas in harmony with that, then it can make your whole situation a little lopsided.
It's just kind of woolly.
Right. And so session 5 is spiritual first, right? Spiritual, physical, mental, emotional, financial. These 5 areas must be in harmony for you to operate in the vision correctly. Now, I've seen you, and we all seen people who operate in purpose, but one of these areas is off.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And many times what happens is when I was coming up, people would say, hey, this person is spiritual, right? So they can pray down heaven, right? So they got that part, but financially they're in ruin.
Right.
Or this person is physically, they buff, but they're emotionally unstable.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, no, spirituality, true spirituality and harmony is all 5 areas in conjunction with your purpose. Otherwise, if these things are not right, they will impede upon your purpose in some type of way.
And that is really real.
So
that helps me understand a little bit like what's going on with me.
Right.
And I'm at a big age, and I'm like, no, this don't make no sense because I know that I'm capable of doing all kinds of stuff. Like, and then sometimes I will get stuck. One time you came into rehearsal, and I didn't know a song. I didn't know the song, and so I couldn't get the part right because I didn't hear it, and I was like, I can get it. He came in there, and he was like, are you singing in full voice? And I'm like, no, I don't know it. And once I know it, I'll sing it. He was like, so I'm thinking to myself, now, Lord, I can't sing. The man is coming here. This is not my space. It's
That's
not my
hilarious.
What am I doing? So stuff like that, it triggers something to me like, okay, I'm not aligned somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm not in my purpose. I'm not in my calling. And I believe that might be the enemy talking, but I'm like, why do I have these certain talents and these certain gifts that I naturally have?
Right.
And stuff like that will happen. It'll mess me up. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what I'm supposed to do, Lord. Like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
So
Well,
it freaks me out sometimes.
I say this all the time too. Vision is a chisel.
So we're constantly
So like
working at it.
so like literally, okay, you come here with a purpose, but then God will always give you something to do that you don't have capacity for.
Yeah, because you talk about capacity in the book. You talk about
Like you don't have you I don't have capacity for what the Lord showed me that I'm going to do.
Yeah.
So what he does is he gives me the purpose first, and then the vision of it, right? It chisels at me because people don't know this. Vision is also God's discipleship tool to get you to the next space. So just because you can't do something, it doesn't mean don't do it. It just means God is using that that means practice.
It means practice.
and to
Yeah.
refine us.
And just keep
For
and
that.
you keep going until you get to
Yeah.
that space, right?
Now I know you couldn't tell me nothing.
Exactly. You see?
It's crazy trying to go through it, but
Yeah.
yeah. So the stuff like that, and
Mhm.
I can really appreciate that. At first, I got embarrassed, like I'm not coming on Sunday.
That's hilarious.
I'm not coming, but yeah, stuff like that will stifle you. Certain people. I'm sorry, but I'm glad that happened because it did help me to listen more and practice more so that I can get it right. Because I'm a perfectionist too. That hair has to be right. That look has to be right. That makeup has to be right. That house everything has to be like okay in harmony.
It has to be the way you see it.
Yeah,
But I
needs
had to
be like
break
that.
myself of being a perfectionist because with mine, and you talked to me about this a long time ago, I had this perfection, excellence, and then I was super critical of people, of every little thing, which sometimes comes with being a perfectionist.
100%.
Right. It's like you're a perfectionist, everything has to be excellent, and if you're not doing it, and it was very critical or almost judgmental. And so I have to pull myself back and be like, you gotta be like that, ain't your business.
So,
right?
so
And I'll be like,
what we're
okay.
saying is we need to be in this evolve. So
Oh, we're
we
gonna be
get
in
this
the
thing
Evolve in
together,
June, honey.
and then
yes.
we're gonna go into this 5th session because you did answer that question before,
Yeah.
and we want to know. Explain to us the 5th session.
So that's what I was saying. So like so session 5 is all those things
All those things.
Yeah.
in harmony with each other.
Okay.
Got it.
Right.
Got
Now
that.
the reason why I call it session is because session has two connotations to it. Right. For me as a musician, I have music sessions, right, which and music moves in harmony.
Yes.
Right. And the reason why I say on the music side of it, I say harmony and I don't say balance. I never say balance because you can't balance you cannot balance anything to God. If I say, hey, we need people always say, like, I need balance in my life, right, with the Lord, and I'm like, if you got God on this side and you got your life on this side, and you're saying I need balance, you're saying that you want these two to be equal. It's never going to happen.
Thank you for that.
Right. So then I go, okay. So because people say that in church all the time, and it like cracks me up. Well, you got to have balance in your life because what they're really saying is that there's something about church and the spirituality that impedes upon my fun. But actually, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Right. So this is how I think of the music session part of the 5. In order for you to have a chord in music, you got to have at least 2 notes playing at the same time.
Got it.
So when I say session 5 on the music side, I'm saying these 5 things are playing at the same time, not individual. It's almost like a chord.
But that is the same thing on the other side. When you think about it, right? The correlation. If these things are not all in harmony at the same time,
That's
you're
exactly
off.
100%.
Yeah. So it makes so much
100%.
sense. that You said it from the music side because I used to play violin and flute, so I understand it. So it's like, oh, that's the exact same thing.
100%, right? And then on the session side, on the other side, is that if I go to a therapy session,
Right.
so the session piece of it is I'm saying, hey, it's both music, but it's also mental. It's both, right? It's mental health still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I love this.
Me too. I'm going to talk to you about breaking the weight cycle.
Yeah.
Because in your purpose is the solution. You say stop searching for purpose, right? Because waiting for a sign is actually a form of procrastination. So explain that a little bit.
Yeah, like here it is. when you, as you go through life, you get signals. That's why I always talk about in the first portion of the vision continuum is God and inspiration. Most people they don't pause or have enough silence in their lives to catch the signal, because we are overly stimulated to the point to where we don't notice the stuff that is happening all the time. So your purpose is screaming at you. And purpose is not something that you find. It's something that you discover because you already have it.
It's already in you.
Psalms 139 says, I knew your unformed body. He said, I knew your unformed body, which means, he said, and all your days were written in the book. He says, so before you ever got a body,
Exactly.
you got a purpose before you got a body. Which means it's already in you and it's something that must be discovered. You see what I'm saying?
Ouch.
So when I say, some people, I'm just waiting for a sign from God, that usually has to do with a confidence issue, which I understand.
Got it.
Right? Gideon is being told something that doesn't align to his present situation.
Right.
So how do you tell me I'm going to be this thing, but I'm getting jacked every day from these people? That's the Gideon story. How you going to tell me I'm this, but I'm experiencing this? So people, they think because they judge purpose based on their experience. So this happened to me, this happened to me, this happened to me. So I cannot be that. And that's not how God works. So when people say I'm waiting for a sign, I'm going like, is it a sign? Are you waiting for, are you just, you want God to double down? And Gideon was like, okay, give me a sign. Okay, give me a fleece. Okay, if the rain hits it this way, then he doing all that because.
And we try to bargain with God that
Yeah.
way and say the same thing. Like,
100%.
do this, do this.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we literally can see ourselves in the Bible so much. And I know as I was reading through some stuff last night, and I don't think I saw it before, but you were going over John 15.
Yeah.
And I just did a deep dive on John 15 from this Release, Rest, Remain 30-day devotional that is bomb. And I so grasped it because I'm a gardener. And so I could see when I cut down stuff off the vine or whatever, there's no more nutrition. Right?
100%.
The nutrients are gone, so the plant doesn't keep growing.
Yes.
And so for him to say, I am the vine, and it even breaks down that he is the actual gardener, that for me was like, wow. Right, like blew my mind. And so when I read it in yours, I was like, yes, because I got it. You know, there's certain times you just got to get this word. And I got it. Like, he is absolute God, everything, but he is the gardener, the master gardener.
Yep.
Jesus is the vine.
Yep.
We are the branches. When we stray away and go off, we're not being nourished anymore. And so we wither. Right? And what happens to those branches that have to get pruned and withered? They get swept up, the Bible says, and discarded, burned, right?
I don't want to get that.
And so, right. So I love that because I saw it last night when I was refreshing myself and I was like, I hadn't seen it before or just breezed over it or something.
But that's what I meant, like in terms of the procrastination piece.
Yeah.
Is that like literally, even clinically, if you study procrastination, it's like usually, I'm reading a book on procrastination right now. It's fear. It's fear based. It's experience based, because we like the feeling of, I was able to do that at the last minute, and it still came off. So it's fear. It's also ego.
Yeah. If we were able to do it the last minute, it's still
Right. So it's like
I think we did something.
yeah. So it's like when people say I'm looking for, like that's what I'm saying. Usually when a person says I'm looking for a sign, is that they haven't quieted themselves enough to be able to look at their lives, because their life is already telling them what's in them.
All from experience and live
100%.
experience of where they are.
I got a homeboy. I tell you this story. I told the kids last night. I got a homeboy, and I met him in college. But when I met him, he didn't understand church. So he hung out with me every day, and I took him to Bible study with me every day. And he played sports, and he was he was a ladies' man, so he always had like 6 or 7 at a time. And he played football for UC Berkeley, and he was he was one of those guys.
He was it.
Right?
Right.
He started going to Bible study with me, and then I'll never forget, he ran into his purpose. Now with the football players, they put him in certain kind of classes and stuff like that. One day he calls me, he was praying, because he had been going to Bible study. He'd been, you know, this guy was so pure in his heart that I took him when I took him to church. They had the offering basket. He didn't have any money, but he had a BART ticket. That's how we get around on the train, right?
And you put that.
He put the
You talking about?
he put the
just-
BART ticket
Yeah.
in the offering plate
Yeah. Well.
because his mind
Went straight to the Bible.
did not process.
Yeah.
This is for money. His whole thing is this is what I have,
That's right. Period.
so I'm gonna give what I have.
Yeah.
Now,
That's dope.
hindsight 2020,
Look at him.
right?
Ourselves.
He's probably top 10 public speakers in the country. He just retired, but this man, I've brought him to the church, Emmanuel Scott, to preach,
Yes.
And I
you can.
remember that.
and he is heavily he had an experience where God told him something. He changed. He told me. He said, "Man, I'm changing my major to rhetoric." Now, just give you some background. You've been playing football
Right.
in real easy classes the whole time.
Easy classes.
And then you come to me and you go, I'm going to change my degree to rhetoric.
That's crazy.
And so I look at him, I go, and at UC Berkeley, I go, are you sure?
Right. At UC Berkeley.
Right.
Rhetoric.
Are you
I've been like,
are you sure, bro? He said, yeah. He said, watch this. This is overnight.
Yeah. But God can do stuff over here.
He stood up and he recited to me the entire, not the part that you saw on TV. He recited to me the entire Martin Luther King I Have a Dream speech in its entirety, word for word. And I said, when did you start doing that?
Right.
He said, this experience. And from that day forward,
Oh, wow.
his everything changed. He was a whole different person
Yeah.
from that day forward.
He discovered it.
That's
know what I
how
mean?
I feel since February.
Then they wrote that movie about him. Just watch how purpose happens. So while he's in school with me, his teacher, they said that we want to do a movie. So then he had to go speak in all these spaces because the movie Freedom Writers is about him.
Oh,
Is it really?
I love that. Talk about discovering your purpose.
That's how it works.
Mad crazy.
That's good because that gives a whole
But it makes so
scenario.
much clarity for all the creative things that pop into my head all the time. And I may write them down, but then I don't act on them, which gets us to like the self-doubt aspect, right? How do we get somebody to keep moving forward, right? If we think that the solution that we believe is to an issue or a problem isn't working, or we don't see it working yet, how do we keep pushing forward?
Well, this is the thing. If a person is moving towards purpose and they say this is the solution to a problem, but I don't see the solution working, I would say a lot of times the solution has to be refined because sometimes environments don't know it's the solution.
That's crazy.
Right.
So put you like this. I have a godfather who needed a kidney. He got a kidney donor. Everybody was happy. He went to have surgery. They put the kidney in the body. The body rejected the kidney for a period of time.
Oh, wow.
And then finally the body said, oh, okay, this is trying to help us.
Right. You're here.
You will always experience resistance when you bring a solution.
Yeah. Whoa. That's good stuff.
I'm
Man, I know we get stuff on Sundays and Bible study,
this
but
is
like
good.
this is mind-blowing stuff that I'm getting. Even though I've read it, this is a deeper level of it, so I'm so glad.
It's gonna make me go back into it.
We are going to wrap some of these questions up. I want you, if you could go to our flash round,
Okay,
and
I'm
then I'll do
sure.
the final word.
because you went through what I was getting to, which
Yeah.
is the resilience and how to re-index. Do you remember anything about that?
And we'll be here for 2 hours with you, and we can't do that.
Yeah, you already know I'll be here. Yeah.
And the re-indexing your identity to stay in the game. Just really, really quick. When we have a setback, can you give us something that will push us through back to the forward movement?
100%. Everything has a process. When you read Matthew chapter 3, the most beautiful thing, the voice from heaven while Jesus is being baptized, this is my son of whom I'm well pleased. Here's the process. First, you get identified.
This is my son.
After you get identified, then the Spirit is taking you to be tempted. So there is identification,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's tests.
Mm.
Setbacks.
After the test, then the scripture says that the angels ministered to him. So then there's a re-evaluation, there's a restoration that happens third.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, then the scripture says, then Jesus started his ministry. Most people want to jump to, I start my ministry
I'm in ministry.
without realizing they got to go through the test.
My God.
Every single purpose, every solution, every vision will go through a test.
Okay. I love that.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So we have a flash round. Thank you for that.
Okay.
That was interesting. I'm learning so much about myself.
Girl.
It turned to a therapy session. My God.
June what?
So
June
we have
27th?
we have what we call the fully forward flash round.
Okay.
So it's a bunch of questions and it's just rapid fire and you answer this quickly. So tell us one thing people get wrong about God and purpose.
That's a good one. One thing that people get wrong about God and purpose, that God will force you to do it.
Oh.
Yes,
Because
this
he
is-
won't.
well, okay.
He will
Okay.
not.
Number two, he's not like that. Okay.
Oh.
What's the best habit to keep your mindset on your purpose with a fully forward focus?
Move at the speed of inspiration.
Oh.
I like inspiration versus ambition
Mm-hmm.
because you could be,
Well, ambition comes from you. Inspiration comes from God.
and that's what I like. Because some of us
So
just
when you're
ambitious and we're
inspired,
moving.
write it down and
Yes.
then begin to move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Move at the
Don't
speed of it.
procrastinate. Okay.
Because if you don't move at the speed of inspiration, then it will become dull. What you saw will become dull.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you look for energy to do it and you won't have it because you waited for 5 days.
Don't wait. Holy Ghost. Okay.
It'll be on the back burner for a year.
100%.
Trying to pick it back up. Got it. Thank you.
Okay. If you have one word for a person who feels stuck today, what would it be?
Breathe.
Breathe. 4, your legacy. If Jonathan DeCure was remembered for only one headline 50 years from now, what would you want it to be?
The one thing would be that he was responsible for inspiring thousands of people.
Millions. 'Cause
Millions
people-
of, let's do it. Millions of people.
Let's go.
I take that.
I love that.
To discovering what they are here for,
Amen.
Discovering. I love that.
like why they're here.
So, if you have one piece of advice for the person who feels the whisper of purpose but is afraid to turn the chair and face it, what would it be?
I would say take a chance. Take a chance on yourself, because here's the reality. Even if it's wrong, you still tried it,
And probably learn something in the
and
process.
every single time
Yeah.
I think one of my favorite chapters of scripture is Ecclesiastes 11. Solomon literally says, throw everything against the wall so you can see what sticks.
Yeah.
Because just because I think it was God doesn't necessarily mean it was.
Right.
But if I don't try it, I won't know.
Yeah.
We'll never
Yeah.
know. Love it. Love it. Thank you, Pastor
I'm
John.
screaming right now.
Right.
This is just like
That's great. Got our time. So, if you're stuck and you are not discovering, and I'm not going to say finding, if you are not discovering your purpose is the solution. The perfect blueprint to guide you, to help you get to discover your purpose is right here. This is the book. This is the man. Your purpose is the solution. I admonish you to get this book and get into it because it will really, really help you.
Well, and even more, join Evolve. So how, if someone is watching that doesn't know either of us or you, how can they get this book? How can they get involved with Evolve? And even tell us what Evolve is for someone that does not know, because we know it's coming in June 27th.
Yeah.
How can they reach out to this Jonathan DeCure of Your Purpose is a Solution?
A couple things is you can go to session5institute.com, and that's how you can join Evolve. That's June 27th.
Okay.
And what is Evolve?
Yes.
Evolve, I actually take people through the vision continuum, how it works. We start at 9 a.m. in the morning and we stop at 6 p.m.
Okay.
And it's all day, but you can't feel the day because, I mean, obviously we have breaks, but when you leave there, this is what I can guarantee. that you will be closer to discovering. Stuff always comes out. We have people have all kinds of breakthroughs
Yeah.
with Evolve. So, and so
I've had it in
yeah.
just 30, 45 minutes. I can imagine.
Yeah, it gets real.
Yeah.
It gets really real.
All right.
Excited. Thank you,
Well,
Pastor John.
thank you,
pleasure.
Pastor John,
My
for
pleasure.
your time today. Thank you for breaking stuff down more than what we even thought we would ask
Yeah.
you, because we're super excited. And thank you for being the visionary that you are and giving God your yes.
Amen. Thank y'all for having me.
Huh?
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Thank
And we'll have you back at some point
Please.
because you have a new book coming out.
I do.
So after that comes out and we read it, we're going to have you come back and talk about that.
Gotta do it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
All
much.
right. God
Thank
bless.
y'all.
We go fully forward in what you've called us to do.
Whisper turn into a roar, finding my authentic voice. Open wide the closing door. Fully forward, heart in flight, no turning back, just pure.